Get cracking. All right. Here we go. Likutei Moharan, Torah Chafei. So we said it is through the giving of tzedakah that you cause the supernal colors, the governing Elohim, to shine, not only in the money that you give to tzedakah, but your entire rechosh and all your money, and that causes these galus of HaKadosh Baruch Hu in your madrega, and it helps squelch the kelipot that have the hold on you. And we said last night that's what they said in Saved Be'atuna, with this queer sounding exchange. The Saved Be'atuna says, "Achva lemana de lo shavel chabolas," show us a tool or an object that is not worth the damage that it causes. As yebudu ve'pashtu ve'lo ay latar, and he opened up a reed mat and it wouldn't go through the door. Amalon Aisul Mara Vesatre, bring a hammer and break down the wall. Vesatre Lefesach, Ima Kaisel, open up, break down the opening together with all around it. Now, what is hidden in there, the derech that's the end of Dalit. Yeah. This says Pirush Budya. Budya Zebdaya Salev. Budya is that's the fables of the heart. That's the bloopers. That's the whoppers that your heart is telling you. That's the Koach HaMedama. Mashaboyde Melibo Hainu Medama. Hainu Shrira Salev. That kind of toughness of the heart. When that kind of koach hamadama, which is in your heart, overtakes a person, when a person goes, when a person elevates himself, ascends from a low madrega to a new madrega, the klipa azois that suddenly overcomes him and attacks him, shia medama, which is the Rebbe says, I don't call it Yetzirah, I call it Koach HaMedama. It says, Lo shavya leneged denei ha'efsed v'chabola shenifsedes kvar me'a'ish haya madrega elyon. It doesn't watch, it doesn't care, it doesn't bring into account that it lost already to the person who used to be in that madrega before. The original guy, the 1520, that went up now. You were 5'10", the person above you were 15'20". Before the 15'20", it is you come up, you are 10'15", you're a newcomer, you still haven't learned the drill, you still it doesn't care. It doesn't care that it lost to the person before. It comes up all over again. And then it overtakes afterwards. And it doesn't get into the opening. A person is not able to get in to the Shara Kedusha Shia Seichel. Well, that's the true Seichel of the Madrega. Why Mechmat is Gabus HaMedama? Because the Medama is taken over. And the advice, it comes this, is Stiras HaPesach, is breaking down the Medama. HaPesach Shu HaMedama, Shu HaTuma. That's the Tumah, breaking it down. We call it Pesach. Why do we call the Medama Pesach? Because we say, anybody that comes to defile himself, they open up the door, they put down the handbrake, and you're down the hill. That's why Pesach, an opening, it's an opening to the no good. I mean, it's an invitation to the tour of light fantastic. This is what it says, to the Pesach, by the opening, the sin is waiting for you, is crouching, waiting for you, just waiting for you to show your nose and sniff the air. Is it safe to step outside? Sure, honey, no problem. I have big eyes just to see you better. big ears to hear you better. This is the stirasai and breaking it down the Pesach aladei gavnin. This is through those colors. Shugdula saboy. That's the greatest of Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Shem pchinat koisel. This is koisel. Why koisel is talking about the greatness of Hashem? Because this is the oisios chafvav and tel. This is what the Zohar Mishpatim says. Chafvav. The Pchinas Shem HaKodesh, that's Shem Havaya Baruch Hu. 26 is Chavav. It says the Pchinas Gavin, Moshe Kosev Hashem Oiri. Hashem, Chavav, is my light. In other words, when Hashem shines, that talks about the shining of the Gavin Elohim. This is how Hashem shines. Moshe Kosev Hashem Oiri, Hashem is my light. And what is alluded to in this is that Shehu, the name of Hashem, who Oris Agavdin, that's the light of the colors, because Shem Havaya, we use Shem Havaya, in general to call HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and within the spheres, every sphere has a name Shem Kodesh. We said already Shem Eke is Bekeser. And Shem, and so forth and so on, and Kel is in Chesed, and Elokim is in Gvura. Shem Havaya Baruch Hu is in Tiferes. Shem Havaya Baruch Hu is Tiferes. In totality, the whole thing is Shem Havaya, and there's also a particular Shem Havaya, which is the Tiferes. Why is Dafka the Tiferes the Shem Havaya? Because Tiferes means glory, means the exposure. What does it mean that you see something with all its glory? Well, it means you're cognizant of it, you see it, you get it, right? The Tiferes is the thing that regulates between the Chesed and the Gvura. There's the thing that makes the Das, that enables you to realize, here's Hashem. You see these galus of Hashem is, maybe we should close the door, just to keep the buses out a little bit. So the Tiferes, which means now you see the splendor, now you see the glory. This is where the colors are shown. It says, Bigdei lechavod ve'asita, Bigdei kihunu la'ar levanov. This is, you make a garment of priesthood to Aaron Ubanov, lechavod ve'letifares, right? To honor and letifares, and to glory. When is glory? Where glory is when you see a gorgeous combination of colors together. That's what. So the glory of HaKadosh Baruch Hu is as Hashem Spheres HaTiferes, and the Spheres HaTiferes itself is combined on Chesed and Gvura, which are the supernal colors, the white and the red, and their derivatives. The Yishi, we said before, Hashem Oiri V'Yishi, when he said V'Yishi is salvation, is deliverance. Shu B'chinas Yesha. What happens with glorious clothing, with splendid clothing? Everybody wants to look at. Shu Tel Sha'akol Panim Lav. This is a tel. This is a monument, an edifice that everybody goes around and go like, wow. I remember when we went to Prague, I took my Binyamin, before he was 7 years old, I took him to Uman. So we stopped in Prague. We had a whole day in Prague. So we went to the Jewish Quarter, and I don't know if you've ever been in Prague, but it's one of the most gorgeous cities on earth. It's unbelievably beautiful. So we went over there to the Jewish Quarter, and we went walking in the market, and suddenly we just turned around, and there's this clock. Huge, with colors, and half of it is moon, half of this is the sky, whatever it is, and there are soldiers coming in. It's just like an ancient thing, and it was like in the market. They were selling fruits in this one. We look at it, and we both stood like, and we're like, our job. Afterwards, we found out that that's one of the 7 wonders of the world. Yes. That particular clock. But it's an edifice that you cannot look at it. You can shakol poinim. It's a tel. It's You know, it is that everybody turns to because it's so glorious, because it's so unbelievable. That tells shakol ponim elav, v'tevel mistal listakel bo, and everybody craves to look at it. Because when a person gives tzedakah, all his money, you know, the governing the loin shine in all his money, and the gdul of HaKadosh Baruch Hu is exposed, and that causes the klipa in the higher madrega, which is the medama, to be canceled out, and it squashes them down. And then a person can enter the higher madrega, and this is what Yeshua ben Chananah told them. Break the koisel, break the Pesach with the koisel. In other words, the thing that you use to break that thing, that the Pesach, which is a euphemism for the Yetzer Hara, for the Koyach HaMadama, you know how you break it? With the koisel. Koisel is chavav tel. Expose Gdula of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which is the chavav, it's Shem Havaya, through the tel, through his galus agavnim, by revealing the greatness of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And how do you do it? By giving tzedakah. Because then it makes the tzedakah money shine, and it rectifies all your money. The Rebbe says that Meiser is the tikkun haklali of the money. Because the money, you know, some of it is kosher, some of it is not so kosher, some of this is this, some of this is that. And Meiser is tikkun haklali of the money, the Rebbe said. So it makes all the money kodesh. This is how you break the koisel. This is how you break, with the koisel you break the Pesach, you break the klipas. And
well, the koisel is the barrier?
No, the Pesach is the klipa. The Pesach chasroivitz. The Pesach is the klipa. Is the klipa. It says, come on, honey, come to play. We just want, we promise never to harm you. Just step out. You know? Why do you have such big teeth?
The mania. The koisel is the mania.
Yeah. No, the koisel is galus abayra. The koisel is made out of two parts. The word koisel, forget about the thing that throws you off here is you're taking the literal meaning of the word koisel and you're saying, what is a koisel? Koisel is a barrier. What is a Pesach? A Pesach that allows you through. Over here, we're saying exactly the opposite. We're switching it. The Pesach is the Medama. The Koisel is Chofvav Tel. Chofvav Tel. Chofvav is Shem Havaya Baruch Hu. Tel, it's an edifice of glory that everybody wants to look at. That with the Koisel, you break the Pesach. It says, and now, there's a very important eitzah that the Rebbe brings how to break down the Madama. Sif Hey. Gamda, you should also know, whenever it says it's da, this is directive, a straight directive from Olam HaAtzilus. שכדי להכניע הקליפה מסביב זה בכל מדרגה, in order to break the klipa that surrounds every single madrega, על זה צריך שיעורר שמחה של מצווה על עצמו. A person needs to awaken and to pull the simcha of the mitzvah on himself. I want to stand now and wrap myself in tzitzis and put on a tefillin, and I am really bothered why my boss hasn't given me the letter or the raise that I was waiting for, and why, you know, people are doing what they're doing or whatever it is. So the person has to awaken upon himself. You have to bring down upon yourself the simcha of a mitzvah. Wake yourself up to it. And that you should be happy. I mean, I don't care how bad you might be, but remember that you are zoicha to come close to the tzaddikim that bring you closer to Hashem Yisborach. This simcha also breaks down the klipas and gets you to the new madregas. We'll talk about it a little bit more either later or tomorrow. Ad kan,